special, and it's now time to meet an artist who has a very distinguished career. I'd like to introduce you to Mark Free. Hi Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Vanessa. It's a pleasure to meet you. How are you?
Thank you. Very nice to meet you as well. And if you're a fan of melodic rock, then you'll know that Mark was in some very big bands, King Cobra, Signal, and most recently Unruly Child. Now, why did that band split up? Because we heard such good things about you over here in Europe.
Well, Unruly Child started out, we had a good go of it. We made a great record with Beau Hill, and everybody expected great things from us, and the grunge thing happened in America, and it kind of put us on the pity pot, I suppose. Put us on a rocky patch, and then Beau got kind of in a disagreement with the label, and they fired Beau from the label and dropped us 2 weeks after they released us. So
that's very sad, because we heard such good things about you. Could actually we quickly set the record straight? We've had lots of requests for a video by Unruly Child. Now, you didn't actually make one, did you?
Unfortunately not. We didn't even get a chance to make one.
Well, let's get on to more positive things now with Mark, because there's a lot to talk about. Now, you are actually going solo now. Why did you decide to go solo rather than go back with the band situation?
Well, I think it was just that I'd been in so many bands before. It was just getting to a point where I had to do what I wanted to do, and getting in bands it gets too confusing at times, and I thought that it would be easier for me to kind of manage my own career, so I'm going to try it solo for a while.
But do you think that puts different pressures on you to actually be the one person in the spotlight? It's going under your name?
I actually like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's I seem to perform better under pressure, so I kind of like that better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we better talk about your new record, A Long Way From Love, debut album. Now, in the past, you have worked with some very big name producers, but for this one, I think you just sort of did your own thing, right?
Well, actually, how this came about was that it was they were basically demos that I was hired to sing. I was friends with these songwriters, Robin and Judith Randall, in Los Angeles. And they were hiring me over the time period between '87 and '89, and as just a demo singer to do their songs, and they were responsible for producing them, and they weren't really producing them, top notch, and they were kind of watching the budget as well. So the production quality, I'd known all along, is a little substandard, but basically it caught on because of my being in past bands, and so when Mark Ashton came to me and said, would I be interested in releasing it as a solo album, I said, sure, give the people what they want. So, and it was an opportunity for me to kind of just get out there as a solo artist for the first time. So.
Okay, well, we'll talk to Mark Free a lot more, but right now we are going to let the music do the talking, because we're going to check him out in solo mode live, and then we'll be back for more chat a little bit later on.
Touch and go, your door is open, but your heart is closed. Now you hurt, pay the price. You walk away, don't think twice. Maybe I'm just a fool who always answers when you call. Baby, who else will shelter you when the rain begins to fall? I live without our bodies speak, out our mouths. I can see a shadow in your eyes. You walk away, don't think twice. I pick up the pieces every time you fall apart. Baby, but I keep tripping on the pieces of my heart. Someday you'll come running to me when you know it's a prison. baby. I see your face, sunshine in the moonlight. You're dressed in white lace, and you come round to me. See your emotions on down. You're coming running, baby.
Well, Mark Free is a long way from his Californian home, being over here in England, and also, of course, he's a long way from love with his debut album. We were talking about it a little earlier. And I know, Mark, that you had some guest musicians on the record with you. Tell us who you worked with.
Well, we worked with, oh God, just Paul Young. I mean, not Paul Young.
Some old friends.
Some old friends. I mean, it's like I can't even remember. There were so many of them, and it happened at such odd, different time periods all over the throughout the last couple of years. But a couple of the guys from the Nelsons came in and sat in, and really appreciated that. So, actually, Robin Randall, the person who wrote it, was responsible for hiring a lot of the musicians. I just came in after the fact.
Great, because it strikes me that the AOR community is a very tight-knit community. People very, very artist and musician orientated. So coming down here today and meeting all these other bands, that must be a lot of fun as well for you.
Absolutely. Jeff Paris and I have been long friends for a long time in the States, and Paul Young I've just recently met, and he's great and just wonderful singer, and Gary Hughes, and very talented people, excellent bands.
Absolutely.
Quest I just heard a little bit of, and they're great, so looking forward to.
So, I mean, how do you feel about the future for AOR music? I mean, can it compete with the likes of Rage Against the Machine and Nirvana, or do you think that it's kind of gone more underground now?
Well, it has gone underground quite a bit, but like anything, music comes and goes in cycles. They were saying in '84 that in '85 metal was dead. Look what happened in '86, '87. It came back with a vengeance. So, it comes and goes. It's all cyclical.
Does it affect the way that you approach what you're doing?
No, I don't believe so. I think the best thing for me to do is just to do what I do, and that's all I can do. Because people know a fake when they see one. It's just there's something that comes across subliminally. If you're faking it. So I just try and do what's in my heart, and stay true to that.
Okay, and very quickly, your plans for the future. Are you going to be playing any more European shows?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm making connections with some promoters as on this trip, and I plan on coming back in the near future and doing some more tours all over Europe.
Great, okay. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Mark.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that you do enjoy your time here in Europe and that we'll see you again soon. And we're going to go into another short commercial break, our last one actually, because we're